Welcome to my Hardcore Iron Man, where we have 3 main goals which haven't been revealed yet. This is Unknown Ambitions. Alright, we are back for episode 2. So episode 2, we're going to knock out a lot of quests. So I started out with the feud here, as well as then making my way to the Guardians of the Rift minigame, so we can start making our own runes and stuff like that. So we knocked those 2 quests out pretty quick. Then this is pretty close to when they announced the Slayer update and the Summer Sweep Up stuff. So with the Slayer update and all that good stuff, they're adding a new way to get your rune pouch, which was massive because honestly, LMS is just not for me, especially with the bots. If there weren't so many bots and things like that, I might be a little bit more inclined to do it, but there's just so many bots, it's just not fun. So when they announced a new way to get a rune pouch, I was stoked. So Mage Training Arena is already a really good place to go to train your mage and stuff like that, obviously. So the fact they added a way to get a rune pouch is even more hyped, and we will definitely be spending our time here getting those points until that update comes out. We then did Sea Slug because we want to get our fishing level up so we can do a little bit of Temporos as well. So we did Sea Slug. We finished up the dig site as well, which is a massive quest to get done, so we can start getting our way towards Fossil Island. And then, of course, we did fishing contest as well, which gets us pretty close to the fishing requirement for Temporos. Doing a little bit of Temporos, trying to go for some CAs. There is Fire in the Hole, so that's another CA done for Temporos. And we'll run a couple games and hopefully get the fishing barrel, and I'll show you guys those rewards once we start pulling them. Alright, let's pull these. Oh, the tackle box. I mean, we'll take a clog, but we were definitely hoping for the fishing barrel, unfortunately. Gonna go ahead and finish up Jungle Potion as well, and then move on to Shiloh Village, which we'll be able to safe spot the baddie in that one. Alright, so we'll go in here and just click on the little, whatever, domain, whatever this thing is, the little tablet, rune crafting thing, I don't know. And we'll be able to safe spot once it spawns on the other side of this little table. So the hitbox for this guy is pretty big, so you just want to make sure you are standing on this side or the other side, and then they won't be able to walk around. So you can safe spot every version here, and we'll bust through this quest real quick. Okay, so I have taken a bit of a break from really making any progress on the account. I've just been kind of doing AFK things because the Doom boss just came out, and I've been playing that on my main account. But we have been doing a little bit of mining for some iron and then turning those into arrows because I want to get my range up a little bit at the sand crab or gemstone crab. So we've been mining some iron, smelting it, all that good stuff, then fletching into arrow tips, yada yada yada, making arrows, all that good stuff. And we spent a decent amount of time at the gemstone crab. So I'm probably going to be there just a little bit longer, and then once we do that, we'll start working towards a few different things that I'll tell you guys about a little bit later. Alright, it is time to get started on Holy Grail. We are going to get our prayer XP up a little bit, and hopefully be able to start doing some real content soon. So that's kind of the goal today. Make some gains towards the prayer XP, and start working towards some actual combat. So yeah, let's get it started. So you can actually flinch this Black Titan super easily here. His attack speed is super slow, so you have plenty of time to click on him and step back, and you're out of his range. So it's pretty easy to not take any damage here, but he's not gonna hit us and kill us with one attack anyway, since we have 57 HP. But yeah, to flinch, you basically just attack. As soon as you attack, you just step back, and you won't get hit. So yeah, we'll whittle down his HP, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Also, for you that don't know, if you have the wiki plugin installed on RuneLite, if you click on the wiki button right here under the world map, and then you click on whatever it is you want to look up, it'll actually pull up the wiki page immediately for you to look at, which is pretty helpful. So you can easily see like a max hit of an enemy, you can see what they're weak to, all that stuff. So we can see his max hit is 15, which is not too scary for us when we have 57 HP. So figured I'd just point that out for you guys, just in case you didn't know. The wiki is insanely helpful in this game. If you've never used it, highly recommend it. And yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in there for you guys. There we go. Sweet. So we kill him. Now we're on the other side of the bridge, and we'll be able to continue this quest. Alright, now we can return to King Arthur. That is going to complete the Holy Grail, which is massive. 11,000 prayer XP, 15,000 defense. That's going to get us a defense level? No. Yeah, defense level 56, and prayer jumps all the way to 32 now, so getting real close to some overheads. Not 43 obviously yet, but we're getting there and moving in the right direction so we can actually get some combat going soon. So exciting stuff. You can easily safe spot these guys behind the pews, so just make sure you're standing at least in between the pews and then attack one of them, and it's no big deal. Alright, and this should be the end of Priest in Peril, giving us another XP boost for, if it'll pop up, prayer, yada yada yada, we don't care about this. So that is now 33 prayer, so that's pretty nice, and gives us access to Mauritania and Kennephis, which is cool. So yeah. Oh, we love random events. Shout out count. What are we gonna throw this on? We could just throw it on Herblore, but it's also like 300 prayer XP, which is nice. We'll throw it on Herblore, I think. It's fine. Get a Herblore level. 20 Herblore. Nice. So we're going to do our Zombie Slayer task we just got after that quest right down here in the Draenor sewers. Super easy. They're actually not the worst XP ever as well, if you think about it. So I only have to kill like 29 of them. Shouldn't be too bad. And they're like 20, I think they're like 22. What was that? Yeah, they're like 22 to 30 XP per kill, which is actually surprisingly good. And then we'll bury the bones as well for some prayer XP. But yeah, we'll see you guys at the end of this task. Alright, we got one more kill left. Actually pretty good. I didn't even realize that zombies had like such good herbs on their drop table. So this was like low-key best task I could have gotten, I feel like. It was decent XP, almost got me to the 18 Slayer I need for animal magnetism, and then I got some decent herbs as well. So honestly, pretty good task. Alright, that is animal magnetism completed. Nice. Not a bad little chunk of XP, but the main thing is obviously the Ava's device. So sweet, we've got that completed. That is the step to our first little kind of side goal. It's not the first main goal, but it's a little side goal, and that's obviously to get a fire cape. So that's a nice step in the right direction for us, and we'll be moving there as fast as we can. And you can easily safe spot the spirit behind this fungus. Super easy, just click on the tree, walk behind the fungus, and you're all set. So we're going to be casting on this guy and finishing up Lost City. Also, it's a good idea while you're here to make sure you grab some extra staffs, or sorry, extra branches. So I'm going to get, I'm just going to grab 5 because that's the inventory space I have left. And so yeah, I would basically just grab as many as you guys can so you can don't have to come back here later on for different quests and things along that.
Quest completed.
Sweet. Lost City completed, so now we have access to Xanderus, one step closer to Fairy Tale Part 1, and then finishing like the opening parts of Fairy Tale Part 2, and then we'll be able to use our fairy rings. And
Quest
Nature Spirit.
Completed.
Sweet. Does that get us some levels? This is a crafting level, not too bad, but we now have access to Fairy Tale Part 1. We finished those 2 requirements, and yeah, I guess we'll go do that quest now. Alright, so I don't know how I wasn't recording the pulls, but we only did like 2 games of Guardians of the Rift. We're still working on the Fairy Tale Part 1, and one of my items I needed to give the guy was the Nature's Talisman. And so I was like, let me go do a couple games with Guardians of the Rift. And obviously, I thought I was recording. I wasn't, but we got it on our second pull. So pretty hyped about that. We can just go ahead and stop doing Guardians of the Rift for now and continue with our quest. All right, so we've got him in the flinch spot. Pretty easy. You just go up and attack him, and then he'll follow you down this hallway. You can corner trap him right here, and then just wait till his HP goes away so you can see his HP above his head. Once that HP bar goes away, that means we're good to attack again. And then once we attack, we just step back behind this corner, and then we will take no damage. And that is it. Tanglefoot never stood a chance. Thank you very much. We will now return to the Fairy Godfather and finish off Fairy Tale Part 1. Yes, we managed to kill him.
Quest completed.
Thank you very much. Fairy Tale Part 1 completed. That should get us a couple levels, maybe? Yeah, some farming levels, massive farming levels from 1 to 18, so that's nice jump start for that as well. All right, and this will be the end of Biohazard, which is one more step closer to our Easy Our Down Diary. We've kind of been slacking for not having it yet, but we're gonna knock out the last couple of requirements we have for that and grab ourselves the cloak.
Quest completed. Quest completed.
And that is Garden of Death completed. 10,000 farming XP, huge for the account. What is this garbage? There we go, level 30 farming. Super, super close to our being able to do some tithe farm and making some gains there, but that's massive to the account. And it's time to start everyone's favorite Iron Man activity. You guessed it, birdhouse runs. I actually don't mind birdhouse runs too much. I actually do them on my main account. I know, psycho, but they're so easy and honestly not terrible money on a main account. So obviously they're just super, super helpful for us in general. Is this gonna... Okay, it got found. I was like, is it not gonna find it? So we got that mushroom. Now we gotta go get the other one and we'll be able to teleport and make our birdhouse runs significantly faster, but the first one always takes a little bit of extra time. So yeah, birdhouse runs, seaweed runs, we're in the thick of it. All right, so the next thing we're gonna be doing is the Spirits of Elide, which is going to get us, I think, 8,000 prayer XP. Yeah, 8,000 prayer XP, which will unlock us, of course, Protect from Magic, which we will then be able to do a little bit of a Barrows run to get the 20,000 XP from that mini quest from completing a Barrows run. Hopefully we don't die there. If we do, it is what it is. But that'll then unlock us all overheads, which will be super, super nice for the account and give me a little bit of a boost of confidence. So that's our goal right now. Finish this quest, head to Barrows, do a little bit of a run, and get overheads.
Completed.
And that is the end of Spirits of the Elide. And 8,000 per XP for us, which again is massive. That should boost us to our first overhead. Yes, sir. 38 prayer. So we now have magic. We're able to go do our first Barrows run and hopefully not perish there. So let's go ahead and head that way, I think. Okay, so we're going to start with Carol, and we're going to hopefully just trade 1-for-1 with him. We don't have prayer range or anything like that, so we are going to just safe spot him behind the coffin and hopefully just trade 1-for-1 and just eat up and kill him. And then let's go ahead and get Darok out of the way. He is very scary. This dude has a insane max hit. The lower his HP gets, the harder he hits. So his max hit, I believe, is like 57 if he has like 1 HP. And his normal, just like basic max hit, is 29. So we're going to be doing the old coffin running method and hopefully not take any damage. So it looks like Guthans will be the one we're fighting down below, which is actually, that's fine. We'll be able to safe spot him, no problem. As long as it isn't Arams down there, we're happy about that. All right, and we are going to hopefully just one tick and kill him faster than he kills us. We are going to run out of prayer because we don't have the medium CAs, obviously. So let's fight Aram. Here we go. And we're going to force spawn Guthans either near one of these invisible ladders or the rocks. Looks like it's going to be the rocks. That's fine. He's melee. We'll just safe spot him here. No problem. And our first Barrows chest.
Collection logs.
Never lucky.
Completed.
That's all right. We'll take the 20,000 per XP and our overheads. We're feeling a little bit safer.